So today we are going to discuss about the Panchanu vratas in Jainism, which is derived from the Sanskrit term Pancha means 5, Anu means small, vratas are promises. So let's discuss in detail. So why is Jainism world's most peaceful religion? There has to be a reason, right? So last time we discussed about this figure. So let's discuss one more time in brief. So there is no one omnipotent God in Jainism. There is no creator or no savior or destroyer. Instead, Jains believe each one of us has to attain moksha or liberation on our own through strict self-discipline. Now let's see what are the self-disciplines that Jains have to follow. To be a Jain, one must observe 3 jewels of Jainism that we discussed last time. They are Samyak Jnana, correct knowledge, Samyak Darshan, correct vision, Samyak Charitra or correct character. So these are not related to any god, but they are our own. To have right character, one must practice ahimsa, satya, achaurya, brahmacharya, aparigraha in their daily lives. So it is our own conscious or conscience that should awaken us to climb the ladder of moksha violences. One, which is caused by any material or material violence, which is called as dravya himsa. Anything which is related to matter. The second one is bhava himsa or mental violence. So bhava himsa is caused by means of speech or action. We discussed the first one is the silk sari. So we all know about leather products, how it goes through cruel means of leather processing. So you know about fur, how fur is made from rabbits or dogs or any other fur animals. So hunting is also a kind of dravya himsa where people are involved in this particular kind of sport just for the sake of fun. Another cruel industry is poultry, meat, fishery, dairy. So these kind of industries are not only cruel but also causes immense mental pain to these living beings. Hence, as a Jain, one must vow never to hurt these animals for eating them. Now, drug and its abuse. Smoking, drugs, alcohol consumption are substance abuse and are highly toxic to one's body. These are even banned in many public places and are also even illegal. Many addicts not only lose their money, property, eventually health loss and death, but family members also suffer mentally and physically. Hence, it is the gravest form of himsa for mankind. Honey is considered as healthy, but at whose cost? So let me tell you the story of hard worker honeybee. It takes about 600 bees to gather 1 pound of honey. For the meaning of the word bhava is mental or feeling, himsa is violence. So here is a picture of a person planning terror activity or murder. So it is also a form of bhava himsa. Next one, a child who is constantly being told that he or she is stupid, lazy, and all the words that causes the child hindrance of his mental ability is also a form of bhavahimsa. Creating rift between people is also a form of hinsa. Anybody who instigates fights among other people and finds enjoyment in that will also have to go through the turmoil of karma. Next one is being a bystander when somebody is getting victimized. So, even these people who are witnessing this form of violence will also be part of the crime. Now, mental state and intentions. See, always we have to remember that our thought process will instigate us to do the action. The instrumentality of our action we can commit violence through is by these three means, that is by body, by speech, by mind. So the process of committing violence, this includes whether we decide or plan to act, or we just make preparations for the act, just for example collecting the necessary materials or weapons. So this is also part of hinsa. So how we begin the action, so this all accounts for hinsa. Then the modality of our action, whether we do it ourselves, whether we commit the crime ourselves, or are we instigating the crime or the violence, or are we giving our silent approval to the violence. So if we are quiet when the violence happens, then we will also be considered as the part of that violence. The motivation for action, this includes which of the following negative emotions motivate us to be part of the violence, whether it is our anger, whether it is greed, whether it is our pride, manipulation, deceit. So anything can motivate us to commit the action. Next is satya. Satya means always speak truth. So speaking truth is always not easy. One who has no anger, greedy, jealousy, or ego can utter the truth in almost any situation. So Jainism preaches that truth should be pleasant and it must not hurt anybody's feeling. So basically we have to be very diplomatic. So that's what it means. Therefore, one should remain silent if truth causes pain, anger, or death of any living being. So we all know the story of Pinocchio. So each time when Pinocchio tells lie, his nose keep on growing. So I have tried to correlate Pinocchio's story to our personality. Each time we lie, our personality also gets tarnished, like how Pinocchio's nose keeps on growing and growing. So basically, we have to always tell the truth. That is the best method. Next vow is asteya or achaurya. Achaurya means no stealing. If one forces or exploits by deeds, words, or thoughts what is owned by and belongs to someone else is achaurya. One should not take something from somebody if it is not willingly given. So that is also considered as stealing. So here is an example of a boy stealing money from his father's pocket. So this is also a form of achaurya or stealing. Another one, brahmacharya or celibacy or chastity. Brahmacharya is the true virtue of celibacy when unmarried, and fidelity, that is not cheating one's spouse when married. Aparigraha means non possessiveness. Aparigraha is the virtue of non greediness. It simply means taking only what is necessary for survival and no more. So, both these pictures here depict greediness, one for excessive wealth and another for excessive food. So, with this, we complete the 5 great vratas of Jainism. Thank you.